Hello and happy Friday, everybody. We made it through another week. How's everybody doing today on this fine Friday? Sorry, I just put my hair up. Trying to get myself together this morning. So, how's everybody doing? Welcome, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome, Ravens Escape Crafties. I'm Sue, if you haven't been here before. Your host of this Ravens Escape Craft channel. And I do a lot of crocheting and chit-chatting on this channel. So we talk crochet, yarn, crafts, and chit-chat about all kind of stuff. So I hope you are doing great this Friday. I am doing good. Ready for the weekend. So see what's going on. This is my last, my kids only have school full day Monday and then half day Tuesday and Wednesday, and then they're done for the year. So that's exciting. They're getting a little rammy to get out of school, to say the least. They're like, we're not doing anything. And I couldn't be prouder of them. Their grades are awesome sauce. They work so freaking hard. We were talking this morning because one of my Facebook friends was on her page bragging it up about her daughter. And look, we all brag about our kids. I brag about my kids too. But I had to tell my kids this morning that she was like, oh my God, my daughter's so advanced. She's in all these advanced classes. I'm so proud of her because she's so far ahead of everybody. And she's like 2 years behind them in math. So like she's taking geometry in 10th grade, and they both completed geometry in 8th grade, including Michael just told me he got his final grades for geometry, which in 8th grade he had to take it virtually by himself. So like no teacher, just an online class that he did all by himself while he sat in another classroom with other kids doing other things. And like I said, his teacher checked in with him every couple of months to see how he was doing, not all the time. And so he took this class all on his own, learned it on his own, and got an A for the year. He was thinking he was going to get a B, which was fine too. But no, he got an A. So he's only one of 3 kids in the entire school district that passed this class. So next year, unfortunately, there's only going to be 3 kids in the high school that passed. So they're not going to offer it in 9th grade, the next class, which is pre-calculus. So what they said, that's okay. They're going to just move him up to the main high school building and let him take the class over there. So these kids are freaking awesome. So they're taking he's going to take pre-calculus in 9th grade, and Logan, my older son, is going to take calculus in 10th grade, which of course is like the top of the maths they offer. So then he can start taking college courses. So he should have quite a bit of college work done by the time he graduates high school, which is he's going to be able to take a lot of college courses starting next year. So yay! So I had to brag about that. All right, let's talk crochet. So what have I been working on? So of course I showed you, I finished this shrug, which I think is cute as heck, right? Oh, I got a hook stuck in it. All right, so I finished this, which, I have to tie the ends, but this is going to be like, I figured this was cute, and it's like sort of, but my theme is like Ice Queen or Ice Witch. So then I added a pair of fingerless gloves to go with it. And they have the same fringes that the shawl does. Both of them. So these are done. And then I am working on, that's my yarn, sitting on it, a headpiece It's nowhere near done yet. But it's going to, this is the start of it. And of course my hair's in a ponytail, so it looks kind of goofy. This has like a mesh theme to it. Can you see it? So I'm working on, this is like the headpiece part. Then I'm gonna do some stuff up here so it looks better. Don't worry. This is the beginnings of it. So it has like this, the back is like this lacy, so it's supposed to sort of look like melted ice. And then I still have stuff to do up on the top here. Don't worry about that. So this is where I'm at with this. But I think the fingerless gloves turned out cool, and the shrug turned out, I love the shrug. I said this is a work in process, so take that back off. Because I have some ideas I have to see. I'm going to play with it. I'm looking forward to playing with it a little bit later to see if I can get it to work out. So that's what I've been crocheting. I just absolutely love this. I got to tie these ends in. Oops, we didn't see nothing. So how is everybody doing? It's a little warm here, but that's okay. We have air conditioning. That's because I cannot tolerate the heat like I used to at my advanced age here. Through Perry, heat's not my friend. But that's okay. We have air conditioning. It's running hard. From the other day, I got to watch my first episode of my Black Dagger Brotherhood last night. Oh my God. Okay, let's just be honest. It's on Passionflix. It's not high budget. Okay. It's not high budget. And, these are not well-known actors. So, that's all I'm going to say. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking for super top quality production, it's not. But as far as did they capture the characters from the books? Yes. Did they capture the essence of the story? Yes. Did they do a good job with that? Absolutely. Loved the premiere. I'm sorry if my cat's making noise. I really liked it. If you've read the series, if you like the series, just don't go into it expecting. You cannot take a book to the page 100%. It's never going to happen. I mean, I've read plenty of books and watched movies, and if you want to be hypercritical, it's never going to be what was in your head. It's never going to be the exact same story. They're going to have to cut things. It's a long book, like Outlander was a big thing for that. Like some of her books are like 1,500 pages, and then you want to fit it in 8-hour long episodes. It's just not going to happen. You have to take stuff out of it. But that being said, I think they did a really good job. I think Tosca and she did a really good job on Passionflix getting that done. It was good. I was excited. I was happy with it. I was super excited last night when it was over. Oh, hold on. Sorry, my allergies are terrible right now. My head's just all, ugh. So, so I was watching that. It was really good. I hung out with my crochet crowd last night. I love watching when they do their loose ends, which is their live with crochet crowd members. If you haven't seen, if you're into crochet and stuff, but even if you're not, watching Mikey from Crochet Crowd talk to other channel members is like, it's really, I love it. Sorry about that. Wiggled the camera. They have these really heartfelt conversations about, it's all based around crochet and the love of yarn, but they end up on these like such heartfelt conversations, and it's just a really cool show. So I look forward to it on Wednesday nights or Thursday nights watching that. And then of course I also watched Matt the Rock and Crocheter and Rebecca. She's the Jazzy Fiber, the Jazzy something. I can never remember her. But there were a couple, a married couple that do a live on Thursday nights about crochet too. But and of course, they're cute. It's always starts out like about crochet and stuff like that, and they show what they're working on and stuff. But then it turns to like both of them been coloring and drawing, and then of course they talk about food. It's just a good time. So I like to watch them too. I think they're funny, and the dog of course gets involved, and they're just super kind and super supportive, and a really nice channel to watch. I really like them very much, so I can't recommend them enough if that's something that you're into. So we haven't heard any more about the Michaels. Like, they dropped that on us, but we haven't heard any more clarification about what I was talking about yesterday with Joanne's and Michaels, so I don't know any more about that. I've been trying to watch the interwebs to see. I've seen a couple other people on the YouTube streets talking about it, but I don't think anybody really has any answers other than what we've been given. So, all right, so I'm not going to keep you guys like super long today, but I wanted to tell you the story. I promised you guys the story about my husband and his friends playing Fortnite the other night. Oh my God. So there's not going to be any crochet. I'm not going to crochet. I'm just going to talk today. So I don't know anything about Fortnite, except for like, you know, a lot of kids play it. That's all. My kids don't play it. I know a lot of kids play it. So that's about all I know about it. I've seen ads for it and things like that. So I don't know much about it. But apparently it's like this game where you drop in, and then there's like all these people dropped in, and then you're supposed to be the last one standing. So my husband's friends, there's a Star Wars special thing going on. So my husband and his friends and the two guys from another podcast, one of them that he does his podcast with, and then this other guy, Mike Hinton, they decided to play Fortnite the other night on streaming. A bunch of around 50-year-old guys playing Fortnite on streaming. It went about like I thought it was gonna. So, just making sure my husband's not coming home. So, I don't always watch when he goes live on Twitch. My husband, he plays on Twitch every once in a while. He does. If you don't know that, that's like a streaming service for a lot of its games. So he can stream to Twitch from his Xbox. So sometimes he plays Xbox with his friends from work or whatever, or the kids, and they stream on Twitch. So he does this pretty often. Well, so he offered to be the host. So I'm like, and I usually, when they start streaming, I always go on Twitch and make sure that it sounds okay and looks okay, because, you know, things happen. So every time I get a notification that him or the kids or somebody go live, I always click on it just to see what's going on. So I get the notification. He goes downstairs, and it's like a while, and I'm like, why aren't they live yet? So finally it clicks live. Boop. Okay. Click on my Twitch app, go in, and I'm like, all I can hear. Well, I know. At first I thought, okay, I'm going to watch it on YouTube, because I knew the other guy, the one, he was supposed to be streaming it on YouTube on the Hinton Family Star Wars channel. So I go on YouTube, and the guy's got Twitch up, okay, on the screen, but it's not my husband's Twitch channel. It's somebody else's Twitch channel, so it's not live. So on YouTube, all I can hear is them live, but this guy Mike talking, right? So then I go on to Twitch, and all I can hear is my husband talking, but not the two other guys. You're supposed to be able to hear everybody's conversation. So I'm texting him like, Mike has the wrong channel on YouTube, and I can only hear you. So Oh my God. For the next hour. It took him over an hour. Okay, go into game chat. No, game chat. No, hit the Xbox button. And then go over to the thing that looks like a U. And then hit that. And then go into, well, let's do party chat. And then it's, Ken, are you there? Mike, can you hear me? Mike, can you hear me? Ken, can you hear me? All right. Oh, there you are. Okay. Well, do we still have Ken? No, no Ken. All right. Well, then let's switch back to game chat. Oh, we got into another thing afterward. Okay. Let's go back into... It was so funny. And you can still only hear my husband. And you can still only hear Mike on YouTube. And it's a blank screen because they're on the wrong Twitch. I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm like, I shouldn't be laughing at the three of you, but like, you're making yourselves look like old people. And then there's my husband. Oh, I'm stupid. I forgot to do this. Now you guys need to click this and this and this. Oh my God. I forgot to give you, you guys need to give permission for me to stream you. Oh, okay. A whole hour of this. And then fighting this stuff in between. Oh, it's comedy gold. It was comedy gold. I'm just like, oh dear. And I said to him like ahead of time, I'm like, make sure you know what you're doing. If you offer to stream this, make sure you have, you know, a game you don't play. And with people you haven't actually played with before. Because a lot of times when he streams Switch, he's either, like I said, the kids or like Zach from work. So they were already given permission for him to stream them. Oh, it was funny. It was really funny. It was funny to watch. Oh, and I was like, oh, this isn't going to go good. Three old guys trying to... I mean, I know. Only 50 something, around 50, but... Like, you're making yourselves... We're at the stage where I'm like, oh, God. You're making yourselves look like old people. I'm like having parent flashbacks of like, I don't know, the remote's not working. You know? Why isn't the remote working? It works, you're just doing it wrong. It doesn't work, you know. Why is it Spanish now? Like, oh no, you know. I'm having flashbacks and I'm like, oh no, it's us. It's us getting old, not figuring out technology. Oh no, we're at that age. And that's the funny part of it because I'm like, oh no. You know, because I mean, my parents were, especially my mother, is technologically completely inept, you know, and she doesn't like it. She doesn't even want to like try to use it, you know. So, and I'm always like, well, we're Gen X and we grew up on, you know, we can do anything. And then I watch them. And I'm like, oh no, we're getting to the point. We've hit the cusp. We're going now. Oh no. Anybody can relate. I still haven't run into it too much. I mean, I'm still always on all kind of, and I'm the one fixing my kids' stuff still. Teenagers, you know, I'm like, by this point in my life, what they're 13 and 14, almost 14 and 15. I'm like, by this point in my life, I had to do like every kind of fix on any kind of electronic that there was in our house. Like, my parents didn't know how to use the VCR properly. They couldn't use the TV properly. They couldn't use the computer properly. The printer, forget it. I was the one fixing everything electronics at this stage, you know. And I'm like, at least your mom's not super inept in this stuff. You know, I'm the one like, Mom, I can't get into this, you know. And I'm like, here, let me, there you go, you know. And they're like, how did you get in there? I'm like, don't ask. You know, like we had bought them Kindles when they were younger. Oh my God, this is a funny one. So they had bought Kindles when they were younger. And then for some reason at one point, Kindles didn't want to work anymore with Google Play. So you couldn't, like all the games that they had downloaded, and they were like mostly learning games at that point in time, didn't work anymore. And then you couldn't download new ones because there was the Kindle, and they tried to make it more, I guess, book centric instead of like a tablet. And I was like, oh, come on. We bought these, for this reason that they sold them. Amazon sold them specifically like with this kids package that we bought so that they could play like unlimited kids games on them. And most of them, like I said, were based on like learning to read, learning math. They were educational in some way, whether they were a game or not. And they learned, they were learning games. So I was like, oh. So of course I like Googled the crap out of it, and I'm like, oh, you can break it. So I had to go in and like break they call it breaking the Kindles so that they could still download stuff and do Google Play on there. And they were like, wow, how'd you do that? I'm like, don't you worry about it, okay? Just go play your games and and again, I'm not for like hacking and getting stuff for free. This wasn't getting stuff for free. This was stuff that we were paying for. And I'm like, all of a sudden they just decided to, like, these were games and stuff. We paid a monthly subscription for this stuff. And then all of a sudden it didn't want to work. And I'm like, you sold us this thing saying that it was going to do this. So I felt like hacking it wasn't, I was just, we bought the thing and you told us this software was going to keep working. And these are games we paid for, so like I said, I'm not for hacking, for getting free things. I know people that hack Fire Sticks and Roku sticks and things, and I don't like that. And that's getting free stuff for something that you should be paying for. I don't love that at all. I don't believe in, people that steal books, like download books into PDFs and then distribute them, and then authors don't get their money. That's not the kind of stuff I'm talking. I'm talking like, this is a device that I bought for a specific purpose, and then they started taking the specific purpose away. So I was like, well, heck with you. The kids were so marveled every time, like, oh my god. And then of course every time they updated it, I had to rehack the Kindles, but whatever. So stuff like that. So I'm always like, I'm still good at this stuff, I can still figure it out. And then I watch this and I'm like, oh no, are we at this point? Are we starting to, is technology starting to advance above us? I'm like, oh no. We'd be like, kids, the TV's not working. Come look at mom's phone. What's going on here? I don't want, my parents did that so much. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that one. I don't want to stay advanced. But, so anybody out there else feel that way? Or is anybody getting to the cusp of the technology? I don't know. I don't want to get there. I haven't quite gotten there yet, so we'll see. But, and I have to say, I think too, like, my husband sits and streams and he's got multiple cameras and he's got all this different, like, our parents would have never figured this stuff out. So maybe we are still a little bit ahead of the curve. All right. So it's almost the weekend. I am going to work on I'm hopefully working on my headpiece today. And then I don't know what I want to start next. Not sure. I should have some stuff going on this weekend because my husband works tomorrow morning, but I think then I don't think we have anything else the rest of the weekend, which would be nice. Although I know my son does want to spend his money he made last week DJing. So I'm sure there'll be a run to some sort of store. But other than that, I don't have a lot of plans this weekend, which would be nice. Hopefully we can just relax and do some fun stuff. And I don't know what I'm going to work on next after I finish this crochet. So we're going to see. I don't know. I have a couple ideas. I don't know. I have to think about it. Probably going to make some bags to go with this outfit. And maybe a couple other things, but I'm not sure. So, and I don't know. I don't know what else we got going on. Tonight's not really, I don't really have any shows. All the shows are off. I gotta find shows for the summer to watch. I'm watching way too much YouTube, and I really need to just get back into reading and writing and stuff. That's what I really need to do this summer. I'm gonna make you guys hold me accountable for that. So, that's about it. What are you guys up to? How are you guys doing? You guys ready for summer? Are you doing anything fun for summer? How many of you, here's a good question too. How many of you don't crochet stuff in the summer? Because there's a lot of people that are seasonal crocheters, and I've been watching people saying like they don't crochet at all in the summer. They only crochet like in the fall and the winter. And I was like, really? I don't know. I never, when I sit outside and work on things, I like to do like cotton, like washcloths and dishcloths and like kitchen towels and things, or smaller items, but I never stopped crocheting over the summer. It just wasn't like an option. So I wonder how many of you do stop crocheting over the summer. And if you do stop crocheting, what do you do with your time that you would normally be crocheting? Is there something else that you pick up, a different craft, or is it just something you just don't do in the summer? Just a question for everybody, just curious how many, because I know there's a lot of people that like take it to travel and do it on the beach and everything, and then I see other people like, oh, I don't touch it once it's getting warm out. So, and I get like doing a blanket in summer, no, but other stuff, I don't have a problem with it. So, all right, I think that's about it for today. I know it's not a super, super long video, but I don't have a whole lot. That's about all I got for today. So, I was shopping. Hershey's does have, if anybody is interested, their beginnings of their warehouse sale. Right now, they only have seasonal stuff on sale, which is like seasonal cross stitch, crochet, diamond paintings, all their different plastic canvas kits, things like that. They have like Christmas, Easter, all the holiday stuff is on sale right now. So if those are things you're interested in, I might pick up, there's 2 Afghan kits on there that are super cheap. They're normally like $70 and they're on sale for like $19.99. And I don't necessarily love the Afghan kit, to be honest, but the yarn itself, I mean, it's an entire Afghan worth of yarn for $20. That alone, you know what I'm saying? And there was I have not done plastic canvas in a hot minute, but there was a couple of cute plastic canvas kits that I kind of want to pick up. So, and they're like on super sale right now because it's their warehouse clearance holiday stuff sale. So if that's something you're interested in, you might want to look at it. There's all kind of different, any kind of craft that it's not just yarn. It's any kind of craft that you're into. They even have like the felting and the beading and like pony bead kits and embroidery, cross stitch, needlepoint. What else did I see? Puzzles, paint by numbers, plastic I know I said plastic canvas. I'm trying to think what else I saw. A couple of yarn kits. Some latch hooks. All sorts, and they're on clearance, so you got to watch because some of their stuff is good clearance, some of it's just a little off. But there's some like really good deals on there. If any of that stuff is something that you're into, take a look at it. I could buy a bunch of stuff on there. I put a bunch of stuff in my cart. I didn't buy it, so we'll see. If I do, we'll do a haul. But probably not. We'll see. We'll see. So, all right. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend. I hope you have a great rest of your Friday. I will see you all on Monday. Hopefully I will have a bunch of makes done, and I will see you then. All right. Bye, everybody. I hope you have a great time. Thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you, and choose love every day.